But I brought a gown just in case I needed a gown this morning. But what I really want to get out into my kit and to show you, and I used to stand in classrooms like this for 46 years, and I still do. I come up and lecture. I'm retired, but come up and lecture. I stood at the podium and I had a whiteboard and my chalkboard at the beginning, and did all lectures and passed out outlines and all of that. And some of my students took really good notes, and years later they would say, hey, remember when you talked about such and such? And that's all good. But what I learned about 20 years ago was that going outside and doing field trips and doing hands-on stuff was a lot more interesting to students than just sitting like this in the seminar room or a classroom. Now, got you trapped here, but what I started doing in class was bringing out things for show and tell. You don't know what that is? It's a railroad spike. Okay. My granddaddy could not read or write. He worked on the railroad. He was the only white man in a section gang, they were called gangs, section gang, primarily black men who repaired railroads. And they drove these kinds of spikes by hand. And as I said, he could not read or write, but he appreciated, because he saw it in others, the value of education. He said to me, get all the education you can. Now my other grandfather, these are, you know what these are?
Wires.
They're pliers, technically, and but they're a special kind for blacksmiths. And this is where, if they were hammering a piece of steel like that, they could pick it up this way and put it in the coals and heat it up. So one grandfather worked on a railroad all his life. The other was a blacksmith. Wrench. My father was a mechanic. He worked in factories. He worked on machinery. He went to the 8th grade. I was the first one in my family to go to college. I was the first one to go to any kind of professional school or graduate school. I'm the first one in my family in profession. Now I can wear a hat like this and an Irish wool cap, and it looks kind of dapper. But that wasn't the world I grew up in. I grew up in a world where men wore caps like this. They went to work. It was blue collar. And I graduated from high school. I had good teachers. And the wonderful thing about it was that they believed in me, despite the fact that I grew up poor. Now, you all are very young, and I'm very old. And I come from a different time, so you're hosting a dinosaur of sorts. I had a kind of odd grandfather, this one, the blacksmith grandfather. He didn't, it sounds utterly incredulous, I think, to say this, but he didn't believe in electricity. So I grew up on a farm that had no running water and no electric lights. We had oil lamps, and that's like 100 years ago, but it was my childhood. And in the evenings, we would sit there with one oil lamp in the living room, and we could see out of the windows on distant farms. We would see people turn on their lights because they had electricity. But he didn't believe in it, so we didn't have electricity in our house. And no running water, that meant we had privies. It's a long way from that farm I was raised on to right here. Sewanee made that possible. Now, I wasn't a Sewanee undergraduate. I went to the University of Richmond, and then I did a whole bunch of other things, and I got my graduate degree at Duke, and then I came to Sewanee. And I didn't know there was a place like Sewanee. It was not like my undergraduate college at Richmond. It was a place where faculty and students got to know each other, like our relationship with your mentor, Josephine. this happened so many things. This happened so many times. I got sick once here on campus, and it was a college student who came to my rescue and took me to the doctor. I'm godfather to her children. And those relationships, just last week I was doing a tour of the Halloween, get this. We have our own cemetery on campus, and it's been here for a long time, and we bring most of the old professors and bishops of the university. But it's a good place to do Halloween. And so I go to the chapel and read the candle stub box, and we get a whole bunch of candle stubs, and we do a kind of nighttime walk through the cemetery. And they happened to mention a story that happened many years ago. And the woman walking beside me just leaned into me and hugged me and said, that story was about me. I didn't know it. It just happened. There had been some need to take care of her, and I had been a marginal participant in that. And we were just walking along, chatting about the old times. This young woman, well, not young now, but leaned into me and said, that was me. There's probably a good reason to go to any other school you want to go to. All the schools you look at are good schools. They're good schools. And you could choose another school and it would be, it'll be a good fit probably. So I would not, I'm the last one that's going to stand up and say Sewanee is the only place to go. And I won't say that. But Sewanee is a really good place, and it's a place for meeting people and engaging your mind and opening doors that you could never imagine would open. But the thing that struck me, having my undergraduate degree somewhere else and my graduate degree somewhere else, the thing that has struck me is the durability of the relationships that Sewanee students create while they're here and that become lifelong. I'm happily now, in my old age, manager of that cemetery where I do walks. And the funny thing is how many requests I'm getting now from Sewanee people who live all over the country and sometimes all over the world. And they don't want to be buried in Georgia, they don't want to be buried in Virginia or Pennsylvania, or they want to be buried in Sewanee. They want to come back here. And some of them say, this is the only place I ever felt really at home. And it's like that. It's an incredible place. So put it at the top of your list. And I hope it's not the case that just one or two of you come. It would thrill me to know that you will all come. That you will all come together and bring all that life that you represent and all those families and bring it to Sewanee. Now, let me tell you a different kind of story, not my grandfather's and my father. 20 years ago, we started a new program called Finding Your Place, first year program. And I had a group of students, about this many. But there was one young man in the class, African-American student. And we were out across the street on the quad, and we had these, first week of school during orientation, we had these small group discussions. We were just sitting out there on the grass. And I had a couple of student mentors with me. And so the next day, we were going to go to the chapel and sign the honor code. And at Sewanee, we have an honor code. And the honor code means that when I used to get, I didn't do this anymore after a while, but I stopped. But you could walk into a room and take a piece of paper and lay it on the desk. And that would be your quiz. And I would walk out of the room. And there's nobody that's going to look over you or supervise you. You're on your own. And you take the test and you turn it back in. And it's a wonderful system. It means that you can leave stuff lying. People do it, I think, recklessly because it's Sewanee, but you can leave stuff lying around and it's there when you get back. It's a good system. So we're going to the chapel, we'll sign the honor code, and student in the class said, well, what are we supposed to wear? And my student assistant said, well, it's church clothes. Coat and tie for guys and church dress for women. And this young man, I could see his mouth drop. And his name was Bakiri Faulkner. He was from Atlanta. And I looked at him and said, hey, Bakiri, what's going on? And in front of all those peers, he simply said what was the truth. He said, Dr. Smith, nobody in my family has ever owned a necktie. I don't have one. And I said, Bakiri, that's okay. You are who you are. And I am so glad that you're at Sewanee. I said, be yourself. Put on whatever clothes you're going to wear. You come to chapel tomorrow, and we're going to sign the honor code together. And he signed it. I want to talk about coat and tie. Now, 50 years ago, this year, 50 years ago, when I was a freshman faculty member, I was invited, this was the Vice Chancellor's house. Vice Chancellor is the president of the university. We have a chancellor who's the bishop of the church, but the president of the university is called the Vice Chancellor. And this was his house. And in those days, they had a formal reception for faculty. So my department chair says, hey, you got to be there on Thursday night. The Vice Chancellor's having his reception for new faculty. And he said, I was dressed in a blue suit. That's all I had. He said, can you find your tux? We just moved to Sewanee the week before. He said, can you find your tux? I don't have a tux. I've been in graduate school. It was all we could do. It was all I could do to make ends meet there. I came straight to Sewanee. I didn't have a tux. And I emphasize with Bakir because when I graduated from high school, I was the first person in my family ever to wear a necktie. That's okay. It's not about having a tux. It's not about wearing a necktie. It's not about those things. Do you pay attention? Can you speak up in class? Can you take an idea and think about it and give your opinion, your interpretation? Can you write a good sentence in the English language? That's all that counts at Sewanee. That's all that counts. It's not about those other things. Now, something marvelous happened with Bakir. I said, Bakir, just be yourself. He and his family became themselves. And they started a revolution of color at Sewanee because when they came for family weekend and parents weekend, when they finally came for graduation, when Bakir graduated, they used their traditional ancestral family colors in all their garments. And it was magnificent. That was missing from Sewanee, and Bakir brought it. I want you all to come to Sewanee. Every one of you, come to Sewanee and change this place. Make it better. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said when he was trying to deal with people of Birmingham, when he was locked up in Birmingham, he wrote the letter from the Birmingham jail. You all know that? Okay. He said the church had to be dragged kicking and screaming into the 20th century. And Sewanee had to be dragged kicking and screaming into the 20th century. It was a white boys club until women came. It was a white boys club until people of color came. Now, you're going to meet with Dr. Woody Register in a little while, and he's going to talk to you about the Houston Robertson slavery project on campus and looking at the background, and he will tell you what's the stark, honest, and awful truth. That this place was founded by people who owned thousands upon thousands of slaves. Now, after you and I talked and you wanted me to come, a Bible verse popped into my mind, and I went back and looked it up. You know the story of the coat of many colors? Joseph in the Old Testament, and he's sold off to slavery in Egypt by his brothers. And Joseph rises to be like the vice president of Egypt. He's like the Pharaoh's #1 assistant. And there's starvation in the land of Israel, and his brothers, his remaining brothers who sold him off into slavery, come to Egypt, and they discover that their brother that they thought was dead, and they lied to their father and said he was dead. He's in fact the viceroy of Egypt, and they come begging food, and they are very fearful when they approach him, because they were the ones that threw him in the pit, sold him off to slave traders, and he went away. And so they have great trepidation. They come before this man who now has all this power in Egypt, and he knows how. And they say that they're fearful of what he will do, and he said, "Don't be afraid." He said, "You meant it for evil, but the Lord meant it for good." The Lord meant it for good. The way the school was created was not the way it is. And the most important thing about it is it's not the way it's going to be. Because when you come, we're going to make it different. Now, Martin Luther King Jr. again. I have a dream speech. Remember that? Now, that was before your time. You don't remember it, but I hope you've heard it. If you haven't heard it recently, look it up. Listen to it again. In this crazy time that we live in the United States right now, his words are prophetic words for all of us. I have a dream that someday the sons of former slaves and daughters and the sons of former slave owners will sit down together at the table of fellowship. America needs to hear that over and over again. Come and sit down at the table of fellowship called Sewanee. Our motto here is Ecce Quam Bonum in Latin. It's from the 133rd Psalm. Translated, it says this simply: "Behold how good when brothers and sisters dwell together in unity." Come be our brothers and sisters. Dr. King's dream was fulfilled in you. That's why you're here or wherever you will go, but I hope here. You are that dream. But dreams are only as good as dreaming them again. And at Sewanee, we've got to dream one more time. Come to the table of fellowship. Come to Sewanee. That's what I want you to do. At least think about it, okay? All right. I know you guys are hungry. I'm going to stop.